Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. And today I'm going to be coming at you with a double feature replay here in the Light 6C. Obviously, it's not as good as it once was all of those years ago before the dreaded update 5.5 completely nerfed it and its machine gun. However, it is still quite a fun tank to use, as is the T7 combat car. And today I'm going to be showing you two games I had here in the Light 6. One of them's on Normandy, one of them's on Mines. I was playing it for a birthday where I had double XP and times 5 XP and double credits. That's why I was playing this tank. And as you can tell, we don't win the first game because otherwise I wouldn't be playing it for a second one. But here we are on Normandy. I'm loading in at this point, but here you go. We're in, and initially I'm planning on going over to over to where I'd normally go, which is on the hill over here by this windmill. And yeah, we spot an LTVZ. I completely miss all of my shots there because I'm firing the machine gun on the move, and he is, well, I'm assuming he has lagged out because he just sort of drove at us. But apparently that is not what he was doing. This was in fact planned. He just had planned to charge all the way through here and, I guess, distract us, which kind of worked. You know, we shoot him a bunch. I got some nice damage on him, 73 damage, and he's now down there. The Panzer's going for him, other people are going for him, and I think, yeah, okay, everyone's going to be dealing with that guy. The M2 is calling for help because, well, there's quite a few of them over here, so I decide to come over here and try and help him out. There's a cruiser up here who is not paying attention to me, and I put some lovely shots into him there. A couple of them miss, but we do we do a nice amount of damage. 88 damage to this guy, and he's still not looking at me, so rat-a-tat-tat, there he goes. We can easily cut through the armour of the cruiser at least. Because, you know, if we were up against tier 3s, we'd be having a bit more of an issue. Luckily, though, it's a tier 2 game, so we are able to cut through these guys relatively easy. Don't really have any shots on that. That guy, unfortunately, there is this cruiser here which I'm sort of eyeing up, and I'm kind of worried about him, but they have outflanked us. It is 2-2 though, so technically we could still win this, we could still pull this back. There's the Vickers F there, which I wasn't able to shoot out in the first place. There's this cruiser, and I am firing on the move, but my gun, I do manage to get some nice shots into him. He hits me with his pom-pom for 60. We traded, which is not ideal, but at least we did do some damage to him. And yeah, we do a bit more damage there to him as well. He hits us once, but then he misses again. We're sort of juking him. There's that T26, there's another cruiser. Here comes that cruiser. Unfortunately, a bunch of those shots miss, and he does not miss on me. And I am now kind of surrounded. I am not surviving this. There's that T26, and I put some nice shots into him, but here comes that cruiser, and at this range he is not going to miss me no matter how much I juke. There's that Vickers F, might as well put some shots into him. There's that T26, and yeah, I am not escaping around this building in time. And yeah, unfortunately we are losing 3-4, 3-5 now. And the only two guys left is this Panzer and this cruiser. And the cruiser is, well, he's not surviving this, and nor is this Panzer. There he is. There's the cruiser, he's backing away, and he is going to die very shortly. There's one shot into him. There's the next one. And it's just this Panzer. Look at the amount of tanks he has. He's not winning this one. Here comes the cruiser. He's going to give it his best shot. And by that I mean his 3 shots, because there goes his bang bang bang. They really nerfed the Panzer, didn't they? Update 5.5, it had 10 shots in a magazine, now it has 3. I mean, it's so sad. And it's tier 1. But Panzer 2 nerfing aside, yeah, that was a loss for us. Despite me doing 400 odd damage, yeah, it was unfortunately not the game for us to win. 433 damage, 49 assist damage, 1 kills, 5 damages. Yeah, unsurprisingly, we didn't get any mastery because, well, we didn't win. If we did win, I might have got some sort of mastery. But there you go. That's everything that we did. A couple of trank damages, nothing else really. as our XP. It is World of Tanks Blitz's birthday as well when I was playing this game, so I do have premium account. We were not in fact top of the team in terms of XP. Said the Panzer and the Cruiser were. I assume they did more assist or spotting. However, I was top of team in terms of damage dealt. Not overall. That Cruiser 3 that I think killed us is the one that took us out. It's a VAC ban. Yeah, he's the one who killed us. So yeah, unfortunately, we did not win this one, even though we did do a nice amount of damage with the machine gun. And for our next game here in Mines, it is again a Tier 2 game. Thankfully, we're not in a Tier 3 game. Whenever I've been playing Tier 2s recently, we've been getting put into Tier 3 battles after about 3 minutes of waiting, which is not ideal when I have birthdays coming up for Tier 2 tanks that I just want to try and get some credits for, and then we end up losing in a Tier 3 game when I don't have access to any sort of APCR in order to deal with the harder Tier 3 tanks to penetrate, such as the Panzer IIJ. But anyway, here are Mines, we're heading up here. I'm expecting somebody to come up here and charge. However, nobody does. Here's that 14 TP. So instead, I decide to charge up here. I do get shot by that Chinu, however, I have now taken the hill. That's a win for us. And yeah, somebody shoots at me from over there. There he is, a Cruiser and a Vickers. And I will pepper some shots into the Vickers, and this is mostly where I'm going to be staying for this game. There is, of course, that Vickers over there, and I will shoot at him. He, of course, is putting shots into me. There's also that Cruiser, which I am wary about. Yep, we back away from him, as he is, I think, firing blindly at us at this point, although I think I am being proximity spotted. There is, of course, still that Vickers as well, so I will put shots into him. I have turned around so that my rear turreted tank is easier for me to back away from. I am just spraying shots into that guy because we have the ammo for it. And yeah, I think I am still being proxy spotted by the guy down there. But spraying shots in, none of those look like they hit. There's that 14 TP. And really, I should have moved from this spot. There's that Cruiser. Really, I should have tried moving from this spot because they know where I am, and I am proxy spotted. There's that Vickers. And instead of firing blindly at him as he's backing away, I decide to wait for him to pop back out, or look like he's popping back out again. I put myself into cover as much as I can. There's that Cruiser hitting me. I'm expecting the Vickers to have tried getting out in front of out there again. There's that Cruiser putting more shots into me, or into the area. I unfortunately did not reload in time for him to back up. Somebody's calling for help on the hill. I'm already on the hill. I'm annoying these two guys here. I'm expecting that Cruiser to have moved, but he hasn't. And, well, there's a Cruiser. And clearly those guys are too much of a bother for me, so I will put some shots into that Cruiser. Unfortunately, only 22 damage to that guy. 203 damage, apparently, is what we've done so far, according to the ribbon that popped up. There's that Cruiser. Unfortunately, the Panzer 35 has died, which is not ideal. We do, however, manage to steal the kill on that Cruiser too. Here comes that 14 TP. I am reloading, but we have ample time to reload in order to get him. He is coming for me, and I am out-circling him. He manages to bounce me somehow, and I finish him off just like that. Unfortunately, Chini has turned up, who is not what I want to deal with at the moment. Thankfully, though, he doesn't pursue me there, because that would have been a real shame if he had done. I am only on 92 health, though, which is not brilliant. Would have liked some more health, especially if I'm going to have to take on a full health Chino, or Chini rather. There he is. Do a bit of a drive-by as I get off the hill. I am giving up hill supremacy in order to escape, but I am deciding to escape from a certain death, Chini. There's a Panzer. Don't have any shots on him. The M2 Light, however, is coming up to the hill, so I will come back up with him now that I know I will have some backup. There's the Chini. And yeah, I do make a bit of a risky play here because, yep, I'm expecting that Vickers F to shoot me. There he is. I did manage to hit him while he was invisible at some point, and I'm looking to get the shots on him. And there you go. I do pop out. I do unfortunately take a shot. I was hoping that I wouldn't, but we do take him out. Now there is that Chini still, who is not looking at me. However, there is still that Cruiser up on the hill, who I am worried about because I am 25 health. I will die, and I do in fact die to the 10 TP, which is unfortunate. However, he gets finished off, hopefully, by that M2 Light. There he goes. So, there's the Panzer. Here he goes. Is that M2? The M2 is now on the hill. There's the Panzer there, there's the Chini, and that cruiser is still going to be up there, unfortunately. M2 Light is doing some long-range shots on the Panzer, which is good. We do have the health majority over these guys, because we do have 3 full health tanks on this flank, with the being the M2 Light. We do have this Panzer as well. There's that M2 Light, and there's Panzer 35T. So I know that the cruiser is injured, and we also know that this Chini is also injured as well. Is this M2 who is taking the hill. He is keeping the Chini spotted. He's not on a lot of health, but you know. Oh yeah, by the way, I did get 3 kills. 3 kills so far in this game. Unfortunately, yeah, I got finished off before I could possibly get a 4th kill, but there you go. They've spotted the cruiser, and I'm wondering why the hell none of them are shooting at the cruiser, but that's because they're all going for this Chini. There's the Panzer, who's doing some, well, trying to kill this guy, but unfortunately he's not able to. If I get back to him, here he is. He's doing his best, and he is kind of sitting in front of this guy, just taking the shots. And I'm not too sure why he's trading, because he's not going to be able to out-trade a Chini. The Chini will do more damage than him, especially with his 3 shells in the magazine, because yeah, they've completely nerfed the Panzer. But he has backed up behind the hill. The other guys have finished off the cruiser, which is good, which means it is just this Chini. They know where he is. The Panzer is keeping him, well, sufficiently annoyed. Here comes that Chini. 53. One more good shot from the Chini will finish him off, but he bounces on the Panzer. Panzer is now reloading. The Chini does manage to finish off the Panzer successfully though, and the guys are now going to be able to finish off the Chini nice and easily, because yeah, 2 full health tanks basically, and this M2 Light, the Chini is not going to kill. He might get another kill here if he's lucky on this M2, but he bounces, and surely one of the guys, there you go. The Panzer 35T finishes him off. So we did get a redemption there. We did get a victory, and I did manage to use my birthday double credits times 5 XP. 475 damage here. That was a 2nd class mastery with 50 damage blocked, 3 kills, 4 damages. With premium account, because I got it for the World of Tanks birthday, because it's World of Tanks 11th birthday when I was playing this game. So I do have premium account active at the moment, which means, yeah, 4,305 XP for my times 5 birthday, and there with the credits after a repair resupply, which doesn't cost me anything because I didn't use anything other than ammo and repairs, which are free. It meant that all of that is profit, a nice 42,218 credit profit. We were not top on the team in terms of damage dealt, however we were top of the team in terms of XP earned, which is very, very nice indeed for us. And here's our efficiency. We did manage to get some assist damage on the Vickers. We did manage to kill him as well, and I think we did manage to get some blind shots on him at some point, which is very nice. He was not top of their team. In fact, he was pretty low on their team in terms of damage dealt and XP earned. So poor that guy. However, that was a very nice game to round off trying to get the birthday credits on this Light 6C. So yeah, I will thank you all for watching, and goodbye.